Happy Monday evening, everyone. It sure is nice to see you all here.
Happy Memorial Day.
We don't say Happy Memorial Day. You say we hope everyone is having a meaningful Memorial Day. So we have been off to celebrate at cemeteries, and we've had a really nice Memorial Day here where we are. So I hope you have all had the same. It's really good to see you all. Thanks for joining us on a holiday. We weren't sure how many of you would be free, but we thought it would be really nice to be together. However many of you could come. So let me know what your questions are. The other day, I teased in a video 2 things that I would tell you which cruise line we are going to try next, and also what eating at Cheesecake Factory has in common with going on a cruise. So where should we start? Let's start for just a minute and say hey to everyone. It's really nice to see you all here. Thank you. Larry's got 101 in Sun City. Today, it is a beautiful day here. I wore short sleeves and I wasn't even cold. It was absolutely beautiful outside. Hetty, it sure is good to see you. Hetty's going to come with us. We'll be seeing her really soon on the beautiful Regal Princess for the British Isles cruise. Yeah, let's see. We've got Ted and Brenda here and Thomas on his vacation in New York. Oh, Don and Scotty, Code 4 for Life. If you all don't follow Code 4 for Life, go give them a subscribe and watch their videos. They do a really good job, and they are actually qualified to talk about food. So that's, you know what, that's a really good lead in here. Let's talk about food for a minute. This is what struck me. The other evening, we had a date night, and we went to Cheesecake Factory for dinner, which we don't often do. But we have noticed, I noticed especially this week, since it had been a while since we had been there, and I kind of get in a rut. I often order like 3 things I rotate around between, and the same with kinds of cheesecake. I kind of don't branch out a whole lot, but I did notice that they have changed the menu items and really making a cheaper version of it. They still give you the same amount as far as the serving goes, but it's not the same as it used to be. And as we were visiting during dinner, and we thoroughly enjoyed it, by the way, it didn't mean we didn't enjoy it. It just wasn't the same as it used to be.
And the portions were actually quite, I mean, we
like they used to
more
be
the next day. You know?
And so it just made me really think about the fact that everybody, I think, is trying to navigate this deal with prices going up and trying to keep people happy. And to me, Cheesecake Factory is one of those places that you can go to anywhere in the country, order a menu item, and have it be remarkably the same. So I was just throwing out there that I think Princess and the other cruise lines are doing their best. I think they're trying really hard, and that's part of why I don't talk about food a lot anymore. I'll tell you if it's really good, but it's why I'm not going to go out of my way to say what was right or wrong. So anyway, it was really fun. We had a really nice dinner, though. You could say what your favorite thing to eat at Cheesecake Factory is. I think my very favorite thing would be the truffle honey chicken. I like that, and I like the spicy cashew chicken. So if anybody wants to put anything in the comments, but it's good to see you all. We've got hi there. We've got Kirsten with us, and Melissa, if you're here, hello. Bruce, good to see you. Let's see.
And in fact, we still have a piece of cheesecake we need to finish.
Yeah, it's a lot.
A lot.
So Angela, good evening. And Tim and Cindy, so good to see you guys and the girls. Let's see, and Sue, we've got Sue and Eric with us, and Millie. Hey, Millie, good to see you. Really good. It is so happy to see you all. So I thought I would tell you what cruise line we're going to go on. I don't know if anybody has any guesses. We're going to go on Azamara. So I've signed up. I'm going to go for sure, and Gordon's going to hopefully come. We're planning on him being able to come, but at towards the end of September, I'm going to go on, they call it a France intensive cruise. It's going to go from Barcelona to Nice. So I am really excited to try that. We thoroughly enjoy Princess, and I'm not leaving that behind even remotely, but I do want to try some new things. And that is one of the cruise lines that I really wanted to try. And I'll tell you why, and tell me if any of you have been on Azamara yet. I don't know if Exploring with Eric is here. I remember that he went on Azamara and really enjoyed it. But a couple of things that really stand out to me about Azamara, and as I've read about it and spoken with people that go, and as I've done the online training that goes with it and everything, is that they have their product is a little bit similar to Princess. Indeed, the Princess, the Pacific Princess that they used to have that they let go before we all got back from COVID and everything was settled. That's one of their ships now. And so there's, I think it's a smaller product, but it's much more. With those smaller ships, you can get into ports and you have longer port days and these little ports, like whereas we would visit the town of Amalfi, Italy, as part of an excursion on Princess. One of Azamara's ships pulls in and spends the day in Amalfi. So it's a little bit of a different product. It does cost a little bit more, but not like it's not Regent. And so, but Regent is awesome for what it is.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that, but it's like in between. So I'm really looking forward to that. It includes a lot, and I'm just really looking forward to sharing the whole experience with you. So I hope you can come with me when I go. So if anybody has questions, let me know. I'm looking at Viking as well. Viking, I think, does a really good job. And I like to try them out sooner than later. I'm going on Celebrity again later this year. I thoroughly enjoy Celebrity.
Yeah.
and interestingly, another reason why I want to try Azamara is because Dondra Ritzenthaler, she was the
CEO?
No, she was the vice president over marketing for the Americas. When they rearranged there and they got the new CEO that they have, she retired from Celebrity, took time off, and she has just barely slid in as the CEO there of Azamara, and she is amazing. I would put her up against the new CEO that they've got of a cruise line right now and should have them for lunch. She is that amazing. I've been to events with her. She's brilliant. She is really good at what she does. So I'm really excited to see where she takes Azamara. I think it's a lot of hope for the future with that cruise line and who they have selected in her. So that's what I have to tell you. So tell me what other questions, Gordon. Is there, if anybody has questions, put question there. Oh, thanks. That's a good question. Princess has great enrichment programs on their Alaska cruises. Are there any other Princess cruise destinations with strong enrichment programs? You know what? I would say that quite a few of them do. Like when we went to Antarctica, very strong. And I would say that it probably depends a little bit more on the destination. If you have a cruise that goes, like, to me, Alaska is a destination. If you go to like Antarctica, it is a destination. They had a historian on board. They had a naturalist on board with us, and they each gave a lecture at least once every day. So we were busy going to lectures and going outside to see everything. And, there's a lot of sea days involved in that, but we were really busy learning things and thoroughly enjoying the programs that they had. They had
the ice watchers. Iceberg
they
watchers.
Also spoke,
and they
ice
were
captains.
they were one of them was a former Navy icebreaker captain.
So they spoke. That was really good. When we went to Norway, especially on the Midnight Sun, they had a lot of enrichment on that one. Not quite as much on the Northern Lights. They did have some on the Northern Lights trip, but not as much as they did before when we went on the Norway Midnight Sun one. And
what about Iceland? How was that?
They did pretty good on the Iceland one. So I would say you probably see it more in destinations like that.
And in looking at our upcoming British Isles cruise, I've only found in the schedule 4 of the ports that are being talked about out of our 7 ports.
So maybe it'll show up.
That, or that's all they're going to do.
Well, or you never know what might be on the TV.
That's true.
Pre-recorded, because when we were just on the Discovery Princess, they had it so that everything was presented in the theater, could be watched just later that day or that evening on the TV in the stateroom, which was really nice because it was a sold-out cruise. It was really full. Everybody couldn't fit in the Princess Theater all at once, and even if they'd have wanted to. And so it was nice. You could just catch it later. I just kind of caught some of them later when I was doing something else and kind of listening to that.
Well, and especially with that one being an event cruise of the Eclipse, they did a lot of stuff.
But a lot of the destinations they go to, they just keep going there. And so what they say just stands, from cruise to cruise. So we'll see. We'll let you know what the enrichment looks like on the
British Isles.
Yeah. Have you noticed any enrichment ones?
I've only seen just 4 of them.
And they were port talks.
They said enrichment programs.
Oh,
they said enrichment, and then the name of the port.
We'll let you know. Okay. We'll let you know. I used to record those. If anybody wants me to record them, I recorded some in the early days of doing all this, and then they hardly got any views. So I thought, people don't want to see that. So if there's if you would like me to record them, we could do that and pop it up on YouTube. Okay. You can't do it with some of the speakers, but with some of them, I always ask them and they don't mind.
Right.
So yeah.
See, we said hi to Sue, Millie.
Yeah, Millie. It's really good to see everybody here, and Susan and Becky And Connie, hey Connie, I'm emailing you when we get done here. And Susan, Karen, everybody, Chris.
From Western Australia,
Melody.
Susan. That's
It's
wonderful.
really nice to see everybody.
Angie from
Oh, and
Gilroy.
Rena. Hey there, Rena. I owe her an email too. I was looking at my email before I got done. You are not the only one who gets in a rut with food. Thanks for saying that. Thanks, Thomas. Don't we all just get favorites and then you just kind of stick with your favorites? So
Leanne went to the Cheesecake Factory tonight.
Oh, you did? How was it?
Baja chicken and key lime cheesecake.
Well, and the funny thing is it wasn't bad. We just noticed that it was different. It was not maybe, yeah, it was a little cheaper, but that's okay. Hey, Joanne, sure is nice to see you.
So Jane's got a question about status.
Let's see, her second time cruising on Princess this September and wondering if you get any benefits after your first cruise, or do you need to wait for several more before noticing anything significant? You do need to wait. I would say that when you hit Ruby, that's when you get to have.
How many is that? 5?
No, I think it's at 3.
3? Okay.
That's when you start to get, I could double check that, but that's when you start to get the insurance, that you get the standard, you get to pay the standard, but you get to have the platinum insurance with Princess. And then you just kind of go along overall. And then when you get to platinum, that's when you start to get the Wi-Fi for half off. And that's, that's kind of the thing we all have to think about, is where we sit with status and then look at what we drink to decide how much that Plus or Premier package is worth it for you, right? Because if you have to pay the $14.99 for the Wi-Fi for one person, and then you've got your $16 just for a balcony or an interior, $16 for your gratuities, then you're at $40.99. So if you drink $19 worth of stuff a day, then it's worth it, right? To go ahead and get the Plus package. But if you don't, then it's not. And then once you get to be platinum or elite and you get the Wi-Fi for half off, then you have to recalculate and decide what you want to get. Interestingly enough, last week they had a marketing thing, Princess did, and the screen they popped up, and I'll have to get it out and show you all, but they were talking about what they think people eat in a day, like a couple of specialty coffees, an energy drink, and a couple of like a mocktail and a glass of wine or something, and it was $32. So if you drink that kind of stuff, then yeah, get the package. But yeah, that's Jane. Here, you got all that from me. It's really, you get that insurance is the big deal until you get to platinum, and then you start getting, then you get the Wi-Fi for half off as
well. And platinum is 15 cruises, right?
No, elite is.
Oh, sorry.
So if you want to be elite, just go on a shorter cruise. You can either hit it with days cruised, or you can get it with a number of cruises, and those 3 and 4 day cruises count as a cruise.
They do.
And so, there's no virtue in saying, well, I'm going to get it with a number of days. Well, you can if you want, but I also think it's really important to go on cruises that you really want to go on, right? There is no sense to spend a bunch of money traveling somewhere to go on a short cruise that you really don't want to go on, unless you really want to get it for the loyalty. But yeah, those short cruises that they do out of every once in a while, they don't do them very often anymore, but every now and again, they usually are the ones that run from like round trip out of LA, or just a quick repositioning from, LA to Vancouver, Vancouver to LA, or San Francisco, something like that.
Tim's got a quick question.
What ship will you be sailing on in October? Hi, Tim and Cindy and girls. We're going to go on the Celebrity Silhouette. So really, actually too. So I forgot we have 2 cruises on Celebrity. So in October, that's our cruise that is going to the Mediterranean, is on the Silhouette round trip out of Athens. And then in November, I'm going on the Ascent. And we'll just see how things are going with Gordon, if he's going to come or not. That week is the week that I go for Dream Vacations Conference. And so it's on the Ascent this year. So they haven't said where it is next year. So I'm excited to hear. So yeah, I'm really excited. And the Ascent, she's like, as you would say, a sister ship kind of to the Beyond. And we have been on the Beyond, and I love that ship. I am really excited. Celebrity is very, very nice. Princess is very, very nice, but they are a little bit different. Yeah. They are a little bit different. And the way they have done, on Princess, it's very much the main dining room feeling. They have beautiful, I love Princess dining rooms, by the way. When I compare it with the main dining rooms on other cruise ships, I like Princess's the best compared to Norwegian, Royal Caribbean. And I even like it better than the main dining room on the Reflection that I was on. It's a very nice main dining room there. But I like Princess's better, just as far as like an intimate space and I just like it.
Yeah.
But on the Beyond, and it will be the same on the Ascent, they actually have restaurants that are where you are going to eat. And they have different ones with different themes, a little bit variation there in the cuisine. So it's actually very snazzy. I would say it's a little more chic than Princess. So just really nice. So anyway, got all that. If you have questions, you guys are going on Celebrity soon. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
We're thinking it'll work. It's just hard because it's later in September. And then we have
Got this thing called work.
that
Go figure.
yeah. So I invited my daughter. She's got those 3 little girls. I knew she couldn't come, but I wanted her to know she was welcome. So we'll get it figured out. He's thinking he'll come.
Barry's on the Majestic right now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you know what, Barry? We've seen your family in those pictures. Thank you. What a beautiful family you have. Thanks for joining us. How's it going? Let us know how it's going. Oh, thank you, Nicole, for saying that about the Panama Canal. I'm sure we'll have lectures on the Panama Canal as well. So if you haven't been on the Panama Canal, you should come with us. We're going on February 21st, and we are doing the whole transit from LA to Fort Lauderdale. So it's going to be grand. It's on the Coral Princess through the historic locks. It's going to be wonderful. So thank you for saying that, Nicole. I appreciate it. So, and Daniel's here with us.
Here's a question for Daniel. Wondering 2026.
Diana, oh, wait, then we'll go back to Diana's thing. I think they're intended for different things. So I'm waiting on mid to late Princess Cruises for 2026. Oh, Daniel. So you know that they've been released. Some of them have been released for 2026. Like you've got your Europe is out and your South America and everything. I think, are you waiting for Alaska? If you're waiting for Alaska, last year, Alaska was like maybe the 3rd week of July is when they released it. So I don't know. It seems like every time we go around the sun, they release something a little bit earlier. Is that what you're hoping for? But yeah, Europe is out. Europe and South America ends, before Europe starts. But Europe is out, and not all the transatlantics back are out though. So maybe you're waiting for those too. So yeah, some of them are there, but not all of them.
Yeah, they dribble them out different times.
They do. I think Alaska is the next big chunk to come though, because they've got those world cruises are out, and so.
Right here, he just said specifying Los Angeles.
Oh, yeah. You're right. Those aren't out either.
Yeah.
So sorry. I don't know. This summer they'll be out. I just don't know how fast they'll do it. But keep an eye, because as soon as I hear about it, I'll let you know. It's good to see you. Nice to have you with us. Let's see. And Diana said Azamara has a lovely cruise experience. Their ships are small and not good enough seasons. They can't ride the swell. I'm doing a France intensive. So, you have to choose the experience that you want. Mm-hmm. And I stand by that so very firmly, really firmly. I stand by that. And so make sure that what you decide to do fits with what you enjoy and where you want to be on that kind of a ship. I think that's really important. Thanks for saying that, Diana. Yeah. So I'm going from Barcelona to Nice, and I can't wait. France is one of my very favorite places. I'm tickled pink that I get to go. So
Holly had a question.
Would like to see the Northern Lights. Is there any 7-day cruises that feature that? Holly, it's nice to see you.
You might catch them.
You know what? So Alaska is the best hope I think that you have. Last year and this year, though, those Northern Lights are coming further south than we're used to seeing them come. And so you can maybe see them. But here, in the continental United States, a little more frequently than you would have. But those ones, when Princess does that sailing to see the Northern Lights, they just do it one time a year. And it's every year at the end of September, beginning of October. So the next 2 years, so like this year and next year, it's the end of September. This year is the Caribbean Princess. Next year is the Emerald. But they're always 14-day cruises because you go so far up in Norway, which was fantastic. I think, I think the Northern Lights are spectacular no matter where you see them. But I think sometimes it's just like everything in life. There can be something really special about seeing them in the place that you see them. And it was really special to see them so far north on the globe. Mm-hmm. It was really cool. But there are no 7-day cruises. But you know what, Holly, you truly could try those Alaska cruises, because a lot of times people talk about seeing them. People talk about just barely seeing them on the cruise. Gosh, on the Discovery Princess cruise last week, I think it was. And so, yeah, That's my best suggestion. So Verna Lynn says air tags are wonderful. They truly, she said, they're following their luggage across Vancouver. I like the luggage transfer a lot and we'll do it again. Thank you, Verna Lynn. Did you get it back yet? Is it coming still? So you know what, air tags, if anybody travels and doesn't use air tags, this is the time to get one. An air tag, or what do you call them, Love?
I'm putting up a link right now.
There's air tags, and then there's the
tile,
and then the one that goes with the Android phones. So whatever it is that fits into what you do, you should get it, because you can always tell where your luggage
Galaxy
is.
Smart Tags.
Thank you. And so I put one, I always put one in my backpack or tote or whatever it is I decide, my carry bag I'm going to take, our carry-on. I put one in our regular suitcases.
Yeah.
Because then we always know right where they are.
I'm tracking about 8 different pieces of luggage and backpacks and purses. And so
8?
Yes, I have 8 air tags. A couple of them are doubled up. When I put my photography bag inside of my backpack, and my backpack is then inside of my carry-on, yeah, they're all in the same place and I know where they're at. But then if I take them apart, they've already got the air tag attached.
Yeah.
So I should put one on you.
Yeah. Oh, Thomas says hauling out a cruise place, but Fairbanks, Alaska is great. And if you want to for sure see them, go in February. Yeah. February is the place to see them in Fairbanks. Well, not that you can't see them other times, but that's when historically they've always been there.
But like we just mentioned, I just put a link over there for the AirTag video that we did. It's been about 2 years, but it's still very valid. So
thank you. Let's see. Oh, that's where we just were. Yes. Thanks, Daniel. Okay. Oh, Chris, we wish you could come too in the September. Her son and grandkids live in Barcelona. Oh my gosh. My friend did Azamara, Antarctica, and South America in February, and they loved it. Thanks for saying that, Chris. Yeah, it's going to be fabulous. I'm just really excited. Anything to France I would enjoy, but I am really excited because they have those as amazing evenings and all these things. I'm really excited to try it out. So, and see. Oh, Verna Lynn. I know Verna Lynn. So here's the cute thing. Verna Lynn's going on a fabulous Azamara cruise, but I just have to try to make it work. It's next year. And that's also when that Star Princess is now. And everything is jumbled up. Maybe we could go on one, Verna Lynn. I'll talk to Romeo here when we're done again. Okay. So, yeah. Oh,
Eric's here.
Oh, are you? You know what? Azamara does have an Eclipse cruise. They just barely released it not very long ago. So now we have Princess, Azamara, and Cunard. I haven't seen one announced for anybody else yet. But yeah, it's really exciting. So let's see. Princess had a naturalist. Thanks, Lori. Yeah, they did. Did I mention that for Antarctica? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And they always have a naturalist in Alaska. Thanks for saying that, Lori. They do a really good job. So Plus is the way to go. Thank you, Rena. Yeah, she's got cappuccino, bottled water, crew appreciation, a couple of drinks. You're awesome.
Yeah, just completely. Just a couple of drinks.
No, I think it's. Don't give people. I'm sorry, Rena.
Well, no, she
cannot give her a hard time.
She said.
But I think it's really good. I think sometimes I think people go saying, "Yeah, I'm just only going to drink 2 drinks, and it's not worth it." Well, then you get on, and you're on a fun ship. You're on vacation.
Yeah,
it's beautiful and it's hot. Have a drink. So,
how many virgin pina coladas did I have on?
Plus, a lot.
Yeah.
So I also really like that they include the bottled water. So like on Norwegian, they don't. So it's a big deal to think of everything that you're going to drink. Like to have all the bottled water you want is really, it's not bad. You can either order it to your cabin, but if you're getting the package, then you don't even have to do that. And you get everything else as well. So thank you. Thanks, Rena. Carrie's in Southampton on our way to Portland. 1:20 in the morning in UK. Surprised I'm still jet lag just gets you, doesn't it? It's good to see you, Carrie. It'll be nice to see you soon.
Be there in 2 weeks.
Yeah, so we did our own tour for Portland. We got one set up today, so we're going to have a glorious day.
Yeah, we've been finalizing some of the little pieces. So, and it's a lot of fun. It's fun to get her excited about it.
I wasn't really excited, and then we planned something else.
Yeah.
So, Hey, Joanne, I like your picture, love. Looking forward to trying out solo cruising to Thailand and Malaysia in 2026. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, see, that's going to be
great.
wonderful. Maybe we should all go. Thailand and Malaysia. Just this afternoon, Gordon said to me, well, do you think Asia in 2026 would be okay? And I was like, yeah. We have Antarctica and we have the Eclipse cruise. I don't see why we can't do Asia as well. So, no, that sounds fun, Joanne. I'm excited for you. You're very brave. So, let's see. Life, Liberty, and Guns is here. Good to see you. So, Life, Liberty, and Guns sent me an email wanting to know about how many children would probably be on an Alaskan cruise. And that is really hard to know. I would just say a lot. I think there will be a lot. Although, and I'll talk about this more in another video, the closer you are to the beginning of June, the better chance you have. It's not because a lot of schools don't get out until the middle of June. So I'll talk about that more. But it's good to see you. Really good to see you. So, yeah. Let's see. There, you click on it.
Verlyn had a nice comment.
Sandra. Oh, many enrichment sessions.
That were not on the app.
Oh, thank you.
So, yeah.
You know, I have noticed that not everything is in the app.
No, it's not.
You do have to look at the pattern. Don't think that you're just going to look at the app and see everything that's available, because I don't know why it's not all there, but it's not. Thanks for saying that, Verlyn.
Yeah, awesome. Especially because it's easy. I don't know.
Yeah. So Daniel says we have a lot of casino comps, and I'm trying to fill some local cruises with the Mod Princess. Oh, but I have a few books, so booking the second half of 2026 is your goal. Yeah. That makes perfect sense. And you can call the casino department and see what they say. I noticed that Princess has gotten a lot slower at filling those up, and they don't always populate as quick as you would hope. But I hope you can get some good cruises. Yeah, out of LA, that would be handy for you. So that's good. Yeah, let's see.
I'll highlight.
Eric wants Carrie to tell him about the casino on the.
That's our video about air tags.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, dear. So let's see. Our first cruise was 2013 Panama Canal, San Fran to Fort Lauderdale on the island. Oh my goodness. Planning the new locks next year. That's a good idea. After you do one set of locks, do the others. I like that approach. We'll have to do that. I just want to do the old before they quit taking ships through there. So I think we still have a long time that they'll take them through, but it's better to be safe than sorry. So let's see.
Well, I don't think they'll stop using them because they've doubled their capacity by having them.
Yeah, I think you're right, dear. Yeah. So, yeah, and Carrie's looking forward. We're looking forward to seeing Carrie. We're going to have a ball. We're just going to have a ball. We're going to be going around the United Kingdom, having fun as we go. So I'm excited.
But Hattie's got a good point.
Keep the shop neat and tidy. Yeah, yes, Carrie.
Don't you go messing it up.
Yeah, it'll be so nice to see everybody again. Really nice. Oh, their Life, Liberty, and Guns popped up the question. Yeah, if anybody wants to pop up how many have been on in the last few weeks, somebody mentioned that 500 children got on. Who was it? Somewhere I was reading, they were saying, who was it? I know that a lot got on in the Caribbean, but someone was also commenting that a lot got on in Alaska this week. Yeah, September. Yeah, thanks, Nicole. It's because school's back.
Yeah.
And so that's why I think the beginning of June, you're safer than you are as it gets later in June, because then school is out and then families are going all the time. Plus, but here's what I would like to say. I have never heard somebody, so the cruise lines limit how many children they let on board. They let a lot. They let a lot, but they don't get more than they can handle. And so I think that what you should do is just as soon as you get on board, go get them signed up, at the kids club and get everything going for that. But I wouldn't worry that there'll be too many children to accommodate your grandchildren.
No. I
don't think that'll be a thing. And when people have loyalty, hopefully, the way that they have been doing embarkation lately, I would think that, they always board the elite first and then platinum right behind that. And then they start on everyone else. So if you're there on the earlier end of things and you're all checked in, I would think that they should be right behind you. Yeah, there's usually not a long lag between, they'll do the elite and the sweet guests and platinum, get them through, and then they start allowing general embarkation. of everybody else. So as long as they're there and ready to go, they should be right behind you. And, and it can be the kind of thing, if that's like the thing on your mind, you should get it taken care of right away. And so, when going to the sanctuary is on our mind, that's where we go first. And so just go there first, have the sign, have the mom and dad know they're taking the kids there first, and you'll watch their stuff if it needs watched, if cabins aren't ready. Or go do that before you go to cabins.
And it works out because when we've done the sanctuary, it only takes 15 minutes tops, and then you run down, grab your lunch at the buffet or
in the dining room
somewhere. Yeah. So
it'll be okay. Yeah. Don't you worry. Yeah. So I'll look at your email again.
I mean, you do have to remember that school let out here in our state this week. In California, if I remember right, when I was there, was early to mid-June. So yeah, you're likely to get more kids, but like she said, just jump up there.
Have that be your first thing. Yeah, get right up there. So, and they do space. They do hit a point on cruises where they don't take more children. So once they hit that, then they won't they won't make it so they can't accommodate them. So yeah. Let's see. Very first cruise. Unbreakable's going on their very first cruise on the Majestic Princess.
I like your name, Unbreakable.
No, that's going to be magnificent. The Majestic Princess is beautiful. So go absolutely. Up there to the Hollywood Conservatory. They've got those windows all the way around. It's a really pretty place. It's pretty to be there in the daytime, even if you're not looking for whales or looking at glaciers or anything else. But it's a really pretty place to go in the evening too. When we went, they had a DJ up there, and it was just kind of fun to go dance and hang out. So
here, I'll put up a link to our video that we did, and this is a while ago, what we liked and didn't like about the Majestic.
That was quite a while ago.
Yeah. And it's not good and bad. It's just basically, how did this settle with us?
Everybody has different things they like and don't like, right? Yeah. So, Have a Coke says, I like that there were not many on a cruise that he just got off of. So it's good to see you, by the way. Yeah. So, and Bill says, so what did Bill Bigger Stuff said? Hey, Renee, it's good to see you both. On our Alaska cruise, we saw one group of kids on the day we disembarked. That was the whole week. So they went earlier in the season, right? Didn't you guys? I was trying to remember, but yeah, there's going to be children.
Yeah. Well,
but you know what? They do a really good job of keeping them busy.
Yeah. Our very first cruise in July in 2014, there were families, but I never felt in any way that they were in the way.
No.
That oh man, there's all these kids all over the place.
I generally don't. So. Yeah. Let's see. More children were on the August 22 cruise than I could even imagine. We're set to sail June 9th this year. I am so excited for you. So excited. June 9th is just around the corner. So, yeah, in August 22. Yeah, and so it's really interesting. A whole lot of things are really interesting to me, but a lot of families love to go in the summertime, and Alaska is the place to go in the summertime. So it makes sense that you would see more children there. So anyway, Carrie is impressed with Regal. We love the Regal Princess. I was trying to remember. We went in 2016 to the Baltics, and then in 2022 to the Mediterranean. That's what I could remember the other day. Modern, but the best of classic elements. Very happy to be there.
And I noticed, and I don't know if you noticed if you were watching our video where she talked about that, some of the pictures from 2016, they didn't have the sea witch on the bow.
Yeah, Gordon noticed that right off.
And then later on, they added that on. And so that's kind of a new thing that they've been putting those on the bow.
Yeah, but she's beautiful. She was brand new then. It was when she was much newer then. But they take good care of them. So we really enjoyed it. And a few things really stand out to me. I really like, if you look at how the pool is on the Majestic Princess, and you look how the pools are on that ship, and then you compare how the pools are, for example, on like the Coral Princess or the Caribbean Princess, it's somewhere in between. So because to me, they're like the pool on the Majestic Princess is to me quite different than how it is on the Royal, the Regal, and then you look at those other ships, and it's just kind of fun. It's in between. I like how they kind of change a few things, but keep some things that are really enjoyable. So Tommy said they'll be heading on the Emerald, 10 days. Ooh, the Eastern Caribbean with no issues. We got an easier red-eye flight. I'm really excited.
Nice.
Really excited for you. I hope everything goes smoothly.
Oh,
I
I'm
think
sorry.
you'll have
That's
a
the
wonderful
one
time.
from Majestic Princess.
Oh, it is?
The link. So.
Oh, let's see. So
Our
wife says
video,
not
I mean.
many kids on the way back down now. Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you for telling us. Thanks so much. Let's see. Here's Sue and Phil's travels. Our first cruise will be on the Discovery to Alaska in September. Do they have a captain's welcome party on the first day or something like that? So they do. So the first sea day is often, so on Discovery, you'll be going round trip out of Seattle, right? And so they have, you leave Seattle and that next day is a sea day. So that will be the first formal night. And they have the captain's party and they put together the champagne waterfall with all the glasses, and the captain comes and welcomes everyone there. And it's a special event. So it's usually at 6, isn't it?
I think so.
I think it's at 6.
Yeah.
So if you want to catch that don't plan to be eating at 6.
Right.
So
the Discovery Princess is the one that we are going to be on end of July for our Alaska group cruise, which you're all welcome to join us.
Yeah, July 27th.
And I plan to post the patters, and of course just follow along with us, and we'll highlight different things. So that will give you a very good idea of what's going to happen 2 months later when you go in September.
Very much so. So yeah, I'm excited for you though.
Yeah.
And you'll have to let us know. In September, it seems like people either get beautiful, beautiful weather or not. But you know what? That's kind of how Alaska is all the time.
It really is.
So
yeah,
I'm excited for you. Yeah, it should be beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll have to let us know. So it's really kind of fun.
I like what Thomas is saying.
So today it's exactly 60 days until embarkation. Is it 60 even? I am so excited.
Yeah,
I could go to Alaska again and again and again and not get tired of it.
No.
Just not get tired of it. Somebody asked us the other day if we'd been to Alaska yet, and we said yes. And it was just really I didn't want to say how much we've been to Alaska quite, but it fills up your soul. It fills up your soul to go see the beautiful places there and things that they change, but they don't change.
Yeah.
I think it's wonderful. It's like going home a little bit. And not because we've been there before, but just because it's somewhere so beautiful, and it does fill you up so much. You know how when you go home, at least when I go home to where I grew up, it's just it's a happy feeling. And it just
But we had that conversation in Boston.
Yeah.
Because we've been going to Boston for years now with our son having gone there.
Like 20 years.
And it's to the point where when we go, you feel like you're going home again. And there's certain things, we got to do this because it's just so comfortable to us. Yeah. And we're getting to the same place with Rome.
He's the one that said he didn't need to go to the Colosseum again. So when he told me that Rome felt like home, I was like, who are you? No, it's just Roman happy. Forum, it's really happy. And he's kind of getting to know where we're going when we go there, which is refreshing. So yeah, really like it. Anyway, that's our kind of thing. Let's see. What else did we miss? Any suggestions on items for a cruise to Greenland, Iceland, out of Southampton that I might not already have on my packing list? I've heard bug net. Love your positive energy. So Tracy, that bug net, it depends on where you're going to go. So when you look at the excursion descriptions for Iceland, it tells you when you're going somewhere that has those little bugs. Can't remember if they call them, there's something like little midges or something, but I would take that, and I would take repellent for that as well. But read through. So the excursions that we did there, we thoroughly enjoyed. They took us to beautiful places. We didn't end up booking any of them that said that they were going to have those bugs, and we by far saw really the highlights to see in the places, the ports that we went to in Iceland. And so Gordon, you should make us an Iceland playlist. Would that be okay?
I think I did, but I'll verify that I did.
He'll find it and put it up. But as far as going, I would say I don't know what kind of coat you have on your Alaska packing list, but you need a warm coat. Even like when we went last July, I took a warm coat and I was really happy I had it. Now, sometimes when we were in the port walking around a couple of days, I had on a short sleeve shirt like this, and it was just fine. But I always had with me like a fleece or a cardigan and a jacket with me, because as the day came and went, you would get warmer and then cold again. And then when you're out on the water, if you want to be out on the open decks looking at things, you need a coat because it's cold moving through the water. So make sure that you have a warm enough coat. But otherwise, it's pretty much the same. You do want to dress in layers. You want to make sure that you take shoes that you can walk in comfortably, and take 2 pair. So if one pair is wet from the rain, you can switch it out. And then, yeah, look at the excursion you want to take, because we walked around a lot on the land in the places that we went on excursions. And I even walked down to like this black pebble beach, which is really cool. And nowhere did the bugs bother us at all. We didn't even need any of the insect repellent.
Yeah.
And so I am really confident that when they tell you that you'll need it on certain excursions, that will be the only place, because we went to all the ports and we were just fine. So hopefully that helps, Tracy. If you have more questions, just ask us. Okay.
This is a playlist for our Iceland cruise last year.
Yeah.
So click on that.
Hope that helps.
That will take, you asked for it. There you go.
Oh, Christine says you can sign up children before the cruise. Well, there you go.
Well, that's nice.
So ask your travel agent about that. I've not had to do that. Nobody's ever asked me to do that. So thank you. Thank you. I'll find out about that. I've never had to do that. So, oh yeah, and you do bring rain gear. You should take rain gear everywhere with you. Well, sincerely, because you never know. Like, I don't go anywhere without my breathable windbreaker that I told you about, that has the hood on it. It is, I got a size large so I can fit like a sweater or a sweatshirt on me and then put it on. Whereas in real life, I would probably buy a medium if I was just buying one. So I made it plenty big so I can put something on under it. Or it's really just fine by itself if I have on short sleeves and it starts pouring and it's just a little rainy. But always take that. Take an umbrella with you everywhere you go. Yeah. Always take 2 pair of shoes that you can wear out and about. So if one gets wet, because you just don't know what's going to come. Yeah. And you don't want to miss anything because of the rain. You can't look outside and think it's raining. I'm not going to go. Yeah. Don't do that, because then you'll look back and feel bad that you missed something. And we all dry out if we get wet. Come back, take a hot shower, and dry off. So, yeah. But yeah, take your rain gear everywhere with you.
There's a question.
Let's see. Will they ever release excursions for Eastport, Maine for the Love Boat Cruise?
I don't know. There's still nothing there.
No, they're not there. No. So you know what? I don't know. But I have looked around at what's in that town a lot. I talked about it in a video when they first made that itinerary change, and it looks like there's a lot to see just walking around that area. It looks like there's a lot of art places. There are places that give boat rides to see the island area there. There's places to shop. There's a fabric emporium. What else could we want? But it seems like there's a lot to see there just in the whole area. So I'm hoping they release some excursions, but
yeah.
I haven't been holding my breath on that.
Yep.
It seems like they're behind. I don't mean this mean. They're a little bit behind on everything. We haven't heard yet about the Love Boat Cruise, like that VIP package they talked about. It still shows it in the press release on princess.com. And so I am really excited to hear about that VIP package. I just don't know. The people putting it together probably aren't quite as excited about it as we are. I am so excited, but I get too excited anyway about some things. So I'll keep my eye. If I notice those excursions come, I'll tell you. And if you don't know it these days, open with an incognito window and right mouse click on the excursion button if you want to see excursions.
And I just did that just now.
Yeah.
And she explains it in detail in today's video, if you didn't catch what you just said.
Yeah. Okay. And Christine says they're going to go on the Majestic on the 4th with their grandkids, and they were already able to enroll them. So you know what, Christine, tell us, is that probably on the cruise personalizer? You can probably do it there, right? Thank you. Yeah. It's nice to see you, by the way. So and code 4 for life. Oh, let's talk about the bugs a little bit more. They found mosquitoes in Whittier, Alaska. Thanks for saying that. So
it's the Alaska state bird.
That's what they say. So every time we have gone to Alaska, so that would include May and June and August and July. Y'all, May, June, July, and August. We have not bumped into any mosquitoes going on average excursions. Mm-hmm. The time I bumped into them is when we went through the forest on the one that took us to Davidson Glacier.
And you're dragging me on that one. Oh.
I'm not dragging you anywhere.
No.
You can wait.
No, I will.
But so I don't know. Where did you guys see him in Whittier? Because we've been to Whittier, like we've done the Whittier to Anchorage, and we've done. I feel like no Whittier to Anchorage. It's the
Anchorage
Whittier
down
to Vancouver.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the round trip Seattle a few times, and round trip Vancouver, and so. But I never found him till I really went into the woods. So, and even when we went in Haines on that airboat ride they took us through, and down the river and everything, no mosquitoes until.
And that was in late August.
So maybe it just depends on where you go.
I think the worst was something we hit on Cozumel.
I need to show.
So
Richard Hobson here and his cutie pie Pat, she sent me a text today. They don't have a cruise in 6 days, but the app says they do. And
you gotta go.
So it made me look at mine. Carrie's was showing that he's not elite. Mine's not showing him elite right now, and it shows him new to princess. And so don't believe anything the app says right now. I feel funny saying that. But you know what? I keep wondering, I should talk about this more in a video, but I'm wondering if they're getting ready for a big update, because so many things are not working, but they're doing that booking.
On a Facebook group.
Oh, now you tell me.
I just barely saw it, like right when we were sitting here before we started.
Oh.
Mid-June.
June what? That's when
update.
Well, June 17th is the day you're supposed to be able to book your dining. You know how when they made that dining room change, they made the dining room change and said, how you're going to be able to have like one dining room for your reservations, one for your traditional dining, and one walk up. That's June 17th. You're supposed to be able to do that for cruises like starting in September or something. So they've got
to make the app be able to do that. So.
I don't know why they don't put a blurb on their website saying we are making big changes. Nothing's going to work for a while. Don't worry about it. Anyway, let's see. Alfred says when you're in Juneau, you need to try to get some salmon berries. Okay, we'll look for those. Right, remember that. Okay, sweetheart.
Someone had a question.
Hey there, Myra. It is so good to see you. And Sheldon, how are you?
Fiona had a question.
Good to see you. Oh, did we miss Fiona? Do you come to South Queens Ferry on your British Isle cruise? If you do, we'll sail past my hometown. You know what? I know we go. I'll look it up. Yeah. We don't go to that port, but I'll look and see if we go by there. I'm writing that down. I know we're going to Portland. What's after Portland? I think
that's when we shoot over to Ireland.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Let me see where that is. Queens Ferry.
So, yeah.
Because Portland and Southampton are really only England ones.
Yeah, then we go over to Ireland and then up to Scotland. And I chose that itinerary because I like Scotland and I want
South Queens Ferry is up near Edinburgh.
Oh, I bet we'll sail by then, Fiona.
Oh, yeah. I see. That's right on where the bridge is across there.
Okay, we're gonna wave. We'll see the bridge and we'll wave. Okay, how fun is that? Oh, Maddie's on the Enchanted Princess week 2.
Oh, nice!
I'm so excited, and thanks for posting pictures. It is so fun to see you guys, and I love putting a face with a name. So it looked like you guys had a really fun time last week.
Maddie. Oh, yeah, they were having a ball.
Yeah, and then they posted pictures from Princess Key. So yeah, it's awesome. Oh, and Keith is on the Royal Princess right now. Beautiful day for glacier viewing. Oh, I'm glad you have a beautiful day.
Oh, that's great.
I'm really happy you have a beautiful day. We just want sunshine.
I'm lost.
So right here, Keith. Here, I'll do this right here.
Okay.
Oh, and Brenda. Okay. Thanks, Keith. It's good to have you with us on the Royal. Really looking forward to Celebrity Silhouette, as we'll be on her in November for the Transatlantic.
Oh, right after that.
Oh, that's going to be fun. So I think it would be really fun to do. You guys should think about joining us. So on the Silhouette, so we do round trip Athens, and then she goes from Athens, I want to say, to Barcelona, and then isn't that where from Barcelona she leaves on the Transatlantic? So fabulous. I'm excited you get to go. That's really nice. Really excited. I hope you guys are doing okay. Let's see. Oh, there's Kevin. It sure is good to see you, Kevin. Excited. You've already reached platinum with just a few cruises. Enchanted in 32
do some congratulations. Days. Let's see if my thing's
You're
working.
better at that than I am.
There you go. Congratulations.
That's great, Kevin. That's awesome. Good for you.
And let me jump right down here real quick.
Oh, Wendy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Do a heart.
There you go.
What do I always miss?
Turn it just the other direction. There you go.
There we are.
Wonderful. Thank you, Wendy.
Thanks, Wendy. We're
That
looking
is so
forward to
kind of you.
seeing them.
Thank you for the super sticker.
They're coming with us on the Love Boat Cruise. So I'm really excited. I hope did you get the dining reservations you wanted? I hope so. It's your sweetheart's birthday on board, so you have to celebrate extra. So
okay, here's a question.
What's the difference between formal night and dress to impress? You know what? We have noticed that lately the first formal night, the first night they want you to dress up. They call it formal night. And the second one is dress to impress. I really couldn't tell you what the difference is.
Here's the difference.
Okay.
Formal night, you just dress fully, but on dress to impress, because on the formal night you spilled that sauce down your tie,
Gordon,
you can leave the tie off.
He's making this up. You know what? Honey, people ask real questions. So I would think that you could wear the same thing either night. I think it's okay. I often think that dress to impress is maybe a little less formal than formal, but everybody translates formal into however they want to look that evening. I think sometimes it depends on how much luggage you want to bring with you, which could depend on where you're going, what kind of trip you're doing. And then sometimes, I think it depends on what you're celebrating on the cruise you're on as well. People often go on cruises to celebrate anniversaries, to celebrate graduations or birthdays, different milestones in their life. And I think that dictates a little bit like what kind of pictures they want to get. Like if I want a really nice picture of us, I tend to tell him he has to bring a suit, and I try to bring something a little nicer so we get a really good picture. But sometimes you're traveling and just want to not bring so much luggage with you. And so you don't worry about that. And so you can go a little less dressy. But I think that either one is pretty similar. So if anybody else thinks anybody else, tell us. I have not seen Jeffrey here. I'm going to send him an email. I've just been worried about him. So Wendy says, are we going to do main dining room reservations for the Love Boat group, or should we be responsible? So as soon as everybody has paid their final payment, which is due by June 2nd, then I can send that email, and I'm going to do it the minute they're all paid. And in fact, I'm going to remind everybody this week that I haven't heard from, and I'll send that email, and hopefully Princess will assign a dining time right away. And then you have the luxury of deciding what you want to do. You can either dine with us every evening if you'd like, or choose the nights you don't want to and set up your own dining, either in the main dining room, specialty dining, that fabulous 360, whatever it is. And then, so nobody is obligated to dine with us every night, but would love to see you whenever you'd like to come. So I'm really anxious to find out what time that is, so then I can plan everything else. But when you ask, you get what they give you. So. Yeah, Wendy, we're excited. I'm really excited to meet you. We're going to have a lovely time. So,
Mark Melanie.
Oh, there it is. Oh, thank you. I saw that Dawn said that. There aren't any customs officers available to staff the port, so they aren't allowing as many ships to visit. And you know what? It's a tiny port.
Oh, yeah.
It's a little port. It's a really small port. It's a
tender port, isn't it?
I think so.
Pretty sure.
We should look to make sure. But thanks for saying that, Melanie. Yeah, it's not a huge place. It's not, to me, it's not a place where you think, okay, action-packed all day long. I think it's going to be cool to get off and see things. But I think, it's just a little place. I think it'll be beautiful to see. It seems like it's right up there at the top of Maine, right before you go to Canada. So I think it'll be beautiful.
Yeah, it is right on the border.
Yeah, I think it'll be beautiful.
And it is a water shuttle or tender port.
Mm-hmm. So that'll be fun.
It'll still be wonderful.
I hope they have some fun excursions. I hope they offer some things for people that want to see a little bit more, or do a little bit more.
Well, and just to get off and walk around the little town and get a lobster would be enough for me.
Yeah. So Alfred says he hopes the Princess app. And by the way, Mark and Melanie are coming with us. I should add that. We're really excited to see you guys again. Yeah. Alfred said, I hope the Princess app changes are not too severe right now. They're very accessible for people who are blind.
Oh.
I don't think they're going to make huge changes. No. I think they're just going to make changes to make the dining book a little bit different so that it accommodates those three ways that they want their main dining rooms to work right now. And hopefully it'll just get rid of a whole lot of glitches. Hopefully loyalty will be right. Hopefully all the cruises will show up. Hopefully all the cruises will show up right. Like, if you have a back-to-back, you'll be able to access both of them. Yeah, hopefully it'll just take care of a whole lot of problems.
Yeah, I don't anticipate much of a refresh
No.
other than just fixing things that are broken.
Yeah, I think that'll be where we
Mark
go.
and Melanie have another question.
Oh, they do? There. Where are they?
Right there.
Has anyone? Oh, you know what? I've been thinking about you. So here's the thing. So Mark and Melanie got an offer from Holland America for a free inside room on select cruises. Has anybody booked that or gotten that? Because they don't use the casino. I know that about them. And so it's just for that. Now, since you guys emailed me that the other day, I came across like a post in a Holland America Facebook group that somebody else got one, but there wasn't any follow-up to say if they'd done it. So you could try calling, but has anybody else gotten one? And I think that in their offer, it said that you have to call Holland America directly, which would make sense. They're not going to want to give a travel agent any commission on a cruise that's free, right? So,
yeah.
Well, I guess you'd probably have to pay those port fees and taxes. But as far as the cabin, it sounds like Holland America, if this is a real thing, is wanting people to try them out. Oh, thank you, Melody J. South Queens Ferry is the Edinburgh port. Well, Fiona, we are going to be sailing right by, so we'll blow kisses, okay? That'll be great. Yeah, I'm excited. So let's see. Like Gordon's.
See, I have some good votes here.
Yeah, they just think you're, Watching Alaska videos looks like dress is more casual. Oh, Tim and Cindy, yes, it is very much the case. It is way more casual. I would say that when you are in Alaska, you see a lot more casual clothing in the main dining room. Like when you go, on a Caribbean cruise or a Mexico cruise, you see a lot of, at least I feel like I see a lot of like tops, ladies wearing tops and, pants or a skirt for dinner, and gentlemen wearing, like the polo shirt and pants for dinner. But in Alaska, I feel like you see a lot more like your outdoor kind of pants, like your waterproof ones or jeans, and like a shirt, like an outdoorsy shirt more, or a t-shirt more, that kind of thing. I feel like you do see a lot more of that in Alaska.
Yeah.
And I would say it just depends truly on what the bunch is that's on the cruise, because you do have people that go on Alaska cruises and will still dress up a lot, especially if it's a special occasion for their family to be together and they do want a great picture. At least they'll dress up one night, on the first formal night, so that they can get that great family picture, have a nice dinner. But after that, it is a lot more casual, I would say. Don't you think so?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think so.
Well, and you pointed that out in your video last week.
And, I see more casual things too, like on formal night.
Mm-hmm.
Formal night has gotten quite casual for a lot of people, and that's okay. But it is very casual there as well.
Yeah.
But like I said, you still get, to me, Alaska is extra special because it is such a family place. You see a lot of families in the Caribbean. You see a lot of families in both, but Alaska is a family destination in the summertime. So,
but that was on your video of things to must know, wasn't it? That you talked about last week?
Probably.
Yeah. So check that video out.
Oh, Fiona's going to stand on the end of the pier with a large glow stick or something. Okay. All right, Fiona. Do you know what day we're going to go there?
I can find that.
He'll find the dates. Okay. So let's see. Oh, thank you. I think Code 4 for Life is answering someone. Thank you. There's Robert and Judy. Hey there. They know the cap. Hey, so Robert and Judy meet Melanie and Mark and Melanie. And so you do have to pay port fees and taxes. I thought they stopped doing that when they offered the standby, but I'm happy to hear they're still offering them. You guys should call. You might get one. That would be too awesome. Yeah. Yeah, it's worth a try. Anybody call Holland America and ask if you can have that offer. Only thing I don't like about Holland America is they have that voice recognition when you first call. So if it never works for you, just say you want to book a cruise, and you're going to get somebody on the ball on the phone.
So
don't say I said that.
We come into Edinburgh on Monday, June 17th, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Oh, there it is, Edinburgh, South Queens Ferry. And
there you go. So we'll be watching for a glow stick, Fiona. Okay. So I like that.
You saw where somebody asked about, yeah, like you said, Code 4 for Life answered the Grand Princess question.
Oh, good. What are your thoughts about it?
Yeah.
You know what? People love the Grand Princess. I would say I hear more people loving the Grand Princess than even loving the Ruby Princess. And the Ruby Princess has a really good following, as does the Caribbean Princess. Caribbean Princess has quite the following, but people love the Grand Princess. So I don't think you can go wrong. I've heard about her lately, and it seems like things are going really well. So yeah, I'm excited for you. Oh, it's almost 7. Does anybody have any questions here before we go? It's been really nice to see you all today.
Yeah.
Thanks for taking a minute, especially if your Memorial Day evening, to spend with us. Yeah.
That's about it there.
Oh, Robert says you can use a travel agent to book the free Holland America cruise. Personally, hasn't received a free offer since February. He's booked. You got the 22-day Antarctica cruise for free.
Wow.
That is awesome.
Wow.
Good. So yeah, it's worth a call. Call and see if we can get it. So we really appreciate you all coming this evening. It's really good to see you all. I hope you all have a lovely evening. And I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.